All right, well, welcome. What do we got here? This is a little bit of a thing I got off of eBay, and it was, oh gosh, I don't know if you guys have seen any of my videos, and I'm sort of just starting out. I love nooks. I love little micro stuff. I've lived in a camper for many years, and I also now live in a tiny home. So space is premium. So I have an office, I have big old computers in here, but when it comes to what I really prefer, I love little bitty computers. So when it comes to little bitty computers, what I'm looking for is they need to be performant, right? So I don't want to have a crippled biscuit little bitty computer. I don't want something that's going to leave me hanging, right? I want something that's going to actually perform. And I'm hoping that what I have in this box is going to get the job done. Okay, yeah, so what do we have here? Well, this has got inside, I think, supposedly, a Intel NUC, and it's one of the ones I've been looking at for a while. This is the NUC 11 Enthusiast, so it has the RTX, I think it's an RTX 2060 GPU integrated. It's the i7 version. And I've been looking at these for a long time, frankly, and they've just been too expensive to justify the cost. And then I was on eBay, and a guy had one for a pretty good deal. I mean, default, it was a pretty good deal. And for like $650, it had the unit with 32 gigs RAM, 4 terabytes storage, 2 terabyte NVMe's, and then keyboard, mouse, headphone. I mean, just like it was like he was cashing in his gaming setup. And $650, I don't need it, right? So it wasn't something that I needed to buy for anything except maybe to do a video with. And so I was kind of looking at it, kind of put it in my watch list, and I don't know. But then I got an offer, $100 off. I'm like, okay, $550, man. All right, I could float that. That would be worth, I mean, gosh, that would be, from a perspective of being able to have some really cool content on something I really enjoy, and gosh, just the raw components are no, not exactly worth it. But I mean, yeah, I said, you know, let's see. And so I had a little communications with the guy, wound up going ahead and buying the doggone thing. Sorry, it's a big box. So I'm unboxing it today, and sort of like on eBay, you don't know, right? I buy a ton of stuff on eBay, and I've learned over the years what you can try and do not to get kind of a bad deal. And so I was really hopeful, because sometimes, you know, if it's too good to be true, probably is, right? But I think this is going to be in the good deal category. So did we get a good deal, or did we get scammed? Well, that's sort of what we're finding out. I'm getting ready to go into town. I've got some stuff to do today, but I had a few minutes. Wanted to get this unboxed because it came in last night. Oh. Okay, so it came with all the accessories. So we have our mouse pad. We have a keyboard. I actually really like this keyboard, by the way. It's a really solid, mechanical, wireless, really cool keyboard. Okay. And there's like dongles and stuff, so I have to make sure that everything, we don't just throw away the paper, right? Okay, came with a set of Logitech headphones. See, this is what I was starting to look at, all of these things. I start looking up prices, and I'm like, the dude's got to be just cashing out his gaming rig, right? And mouse. So I actually really like this mouse. I actually have all of this gear as part of my other gaming gear. So I'm like super familiar with it. I've never tried the headphones. And then we have the NUC. Everything on the listing said it came in the original box. You could tell the guy really took care of his stuff. Okay. Oh, here's the note. I'll set this here. Oh, and he said he had a controller that he was using. All right, so when you're buying from an individual, and it's not a company, so the guy didn't have like 15,000 ratings, just like a few, maybe less than 100. That does sort of, I began to go, Of course, with eBay, you do have some pretty good protection. So, I mean, if there is a problem, you're generally pretty well covered. So this is our Nook. It's our headphones. I think these are some extra cushions. Mouse, keyboard, and mouse pad. I mean, it was also supposed to come with the original memory and hard drive. So let's see what we have in here. Maybe that's in here. So, all right, so this is the Nook, and this is the one I've been wanting. This is, again, it's got the RTX 2060. This, it's probably going to go at our house on our little tray. We have a little 4K TV. Again, we live in a tiny home, and I think this is going to be really cool. So it should have, and we're also on solar, right? So I need something that's got a little juice to perform, some fun stuff, can stream things easily enough. Is it going to draw a ton of power? So this is essentially a laptop, right? So it's a laptop without the screen. So it's got all of that going on. So that's my hope. If all of this works like I'm thinking and hoping it will, well, I'm going to be really, really happy. And for the money, $550, got a screaming deal. Oh, check that out. Isn't that cool? This was just the unboxing, just to kind of check things out and see how it is, see how it works. And these are the heat sinks for the Vipers. So you put some special high-end RAM in it. Let's see what else. This is probably the power brick. No, this is the... All right, well, this is the stand and the hard drive. So he had the 512. So not only did I get the unit, supposedly memory and all the upgraded memory and everything's in there, but we also got like all of this other really cool stuff. It has DisplayPort. So you have micro DisplayPort or mini DisplayPort to DisplayPort. That's cool. Gonna need, I guess, an extension cable for that. Or I could just go HDMI. I could do that easily enough. Power brick. We got everything in the box. I mean, if everything works, which we're gonna hook this up probably tonight, but if everything works like it's supposed to, it looks like everything's here, we got a hell of a deal. And you kind of roll the dice when you're kind of doing that kind of stuff. And first of all, to the gentleman that sold this and gave, had the discount and everything on it, thank you for the great deal. And I hope, I do wish you well. I'm excited to get all this hooked up, try it out, and then, yeah, I don't know that I need 4 terabytes, so I may recycle a few things around, because this with 1 terabyte should be sufficient for my needs, and I can use the 2 terabyte drive somewhere else. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll test it as we got it, and then when I'm done, then I'll figure out what I'm going to do from there on. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked. This was, again, if everything works, a hell of a deal. I'm going to take some pictures for some B-roll. I'm going to hop in the truck and head to town. My name is Rick Utzer here with Dog River Design Everything Tech. Thanks for watching. See ya.